Heyo everyone! Heyo! Welcome people! Oh wow, a lot of you guys today. Heyo! How you guys doing? Heyo! Heyo! Hello everyone, hello! Hi, abo oa. Abo oa. Today the weather is like amazing. But the forecast yesterday said like it would be raining today. I've no idea, but like the weather is amazing today, and I told my parents like it's a good time, to go out for a walk and then to go shopping a little bit. So they're currently like going outside, so it's only me, myself, in my room, so I can chat a little bit, which is good, It keeps destroying itself. Why Phil? What happened? Tell me about that. Ayo! Why is that emote? Why? Like, it's like Komeini. Komeini. I can't. It's embarrassing. Tell me. I mean, I will not laugh at you. I promise. Okay. Tell me about that thing. Okay. How are you? I am enjoying my day so far. So, my parents have been here for 1 week already, actually. Time really flies. So, they arrived somewhere last week, right? And basically, they're like staying in my room, and then basically, we spend a lot of time together. And then, just to say hi bye for now, old friend. See you. Wait, the ID? Wait, you're from reality, right? Hey, Jacob, hello. I just recognized the ID. Yeah, old trend, time really flies. Have a really nice day, okay? We'll chat later, okay? Okay, please take care of yourself, and I'll see you really soon, okay? My nails just kept hurting himself, like it grew no till I froze it, burned it, cut half of it off, and oh god, I feel the pain. Oh god, the other side completely bent. Oh god, make sure to tape it, like otherwise the nail will like keep peeling off, like because you might bump it like accidentally and then it will hurt even worse. That is so painful. Yeah. Or wear a sock. Like, make sure to protect that. Like, toes are like really fragile. Yeah. Wow. I'm sad yesterday you didn't start the stream, Komeini. I did. Oh wait, should I mute my phone first? It is like vibrating. Okay. Yeah, so because like this week my parents are with me always, and then they're staying in my room, and I can't really chat a lot and then speak and make voices like this. So yeah, today they went out, and then I finally have some space to speak a bit and chat a little bit. So basically the streams this week are mostly working, but I'm actually very grateful, like I am very productive because of streaming, and I have really good progress. So yeah, thank you all for always supporting me, no matter what stream I'm doing. Sometimes like working stream is like, I mean, it might be kind of boring if you're not working, but like it also provides a little bit of company if you do need a person to stay around with. So Komeini, I love you, sister. I love you too. Thank you. Wait, you just gave me a teddy? Where? Where is it? I just saw it. Save money for yourself, okay? Save money for your gadgets. Don't spend it on me. But thank you very much. Thank you. I missed it yesterday. That's fine. That's fine. That's why I created a channel, you know. So, so you can always watch the VOD. But like, if you you know do want to chat with me in real life, like in real time, now is the chance. You mean being a silly digger? Yeah, 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 yeah. This is me. This is me. But I can't do it, you know, when my parents are around. I am supposed to be, you know, a grown up and a very responsible, you know, daughter to take care of them when they are around. So this side of me is only reserved for you guys, okay? Yeah, Phil. Yeah, we're chatting right now. Right now. The thing is, like, usually when I'm doing study streams, I don't really talk. I think a few purpose. One of them is I try to create an atmosphere, you know, for people joining their stream to focus or like not being disturbed. My English terrible. Disturbed. Yeah, try to create an atmosphere for people to kind of focus. So I tend not to speak when I'm studying, like doing a working stream or study stream. And sometimes sometimes when I am like working alone, not streaming, I might visit the VOD as well, you know. So kind of I want, if people need the VOD to focus sometime, it might be better, you know, I'm not talking in the background and suddenly disturbing them. So I don't know, what a dream. What do you mean? What do you mean a dream? You mean talking to me in your dream? What? What? I thought we were friends, remember? And do not in the stream like that, okay? Why? Why? What do you mean? Explain. Explain. Explain yourself. Actually, can someone explain to me this Goo Goo Gaga thing? Like, I think I have seen some of the meme about that, but like... but I never understand what's going on. Like, what's even funny about that? Is that just some weird voices going on? What is going on? You're actually a lady boy? Oh my, how dare you? How dare you? About yesterday, okay? What do you mean? What do you mean? Stream late yesterday? You mean doing a study stream? Or what? Just a guess. No, not at all. Incorrect. Incorrect. Really? You sure? Well, if you insist. As long as you're happy. I mean, I can be whatever. I can be whatever. I mean... You sure? Sure for what? For what? Alright, yeah. So basically this week I have been extremely busy. Why? Because my parents are around and I have to cook for all their meals, you know. So when I was living alone, I was always telling you guys that I barely cook properly, right? So I just like randomly grab some food from the fridge and then feed myself, and then that's all. Like, I don't really have like regular time to eat like breakfast, lunch, dinner. It's like I might wake up in the morning 10 something feeling hungry and then grab something to eat, and then all until like 2 to 3 I feel hungry again. I might grab something to eat. But like if your parents are around, you know, kind of you want to be a very good daughter, and then you want to really take good care of them, right? And so these days, like the week, especially like the weather is really bad. And it's like having storm in the morning, and then suddenly it's like very sunny in the afternoon. So we can't really have plans for going out or for like day trips or whatever. So basically they're like just stuck in my room and we spend time together, and therefore I have to cook, and kind of like, you know, they're like lunchtime, dinner time, and then you need some time to, you know, cut the food and actually cook them, and then you need to spend time together to eat. So like every day, like a few hours are missing because of these things. But I like, despite of like being kind of tired, because every day you have to keep producing food, and then the food will be consumed, and then you have to produce them again the next day. So it's kind of like a routine thing. So it's kind of tired, but I really treasure the time we have together, because they are staying for, I think, like 2 to 3 weeks only. So, and the first week has already passed, so time really flies. And then yeah, we chat a lot, when we are eating, and then basically we just spend hours in eating, like maybe 1 hour. Like usually if you simply eat, you don't need that long hours to eat, but like if you chat along, and then it will take forever. But these are the time I really cherish a lot. And then yeah, so the previous week, my daily routine, basically waking up, making breakfast for them, eat together, and then work on my own stuff again. And then around afternoon, we had lunch, and then I'll prepare for the stream. So in the stream I work a bit again, and then after the stream, then they come back, and then yeah, usually when I'm streaming, they went outside, to explore the UK a bit themselves. So yeah, they explored the Tesco for 2 hours, and they found it really funny. So yeah, good for them. And then after they coming back, and then we'll spend time together a while again, and then I might work alone for a bit of time again, and then what else? Yeah, and then it's soon approaching dinner time, and then I have to cook again. So that's usually the case. And then after dinner, I will get back to work again. So like, it's just like a little twist from my previous daily life, like adding them here in my life. Cooking, maybe, having chat with them. Mostly they're the same. Komeini, I'm serious about yesterday. I was being late on your stream. Can you please forgive me right now? What? No, you did nothing wrong, okay? Nothing to be forgiven. Okay? Okay? Please, do not think about that anymore, okay? Okay? You can join anytime you want. As long as you're here, I'm very happy already, okay? Okay? I don't think it's bad to miss streams that well. We all got lives. Exactly. Sometimes I'm not able to stream as well, right? After all, I think, especially for my streams, I'm not quite sure about streaming or like VTubers in general, but I mean, at least for my streams, we do it in the most casual way, okay? I'm here to make friends, I'm here to chat, I'm here to be silly, and I'm here to share stuff that I like. I'm doing nothing similar to a typical, regular, or cooperative VTuber, so please do not be stressed about anything, okay? 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 I should apologize to you. Still, what do you mean? What do you mean? But yeah, like seriously, I do it for fun. Okay? And I hope you guys enjoy the time when we are having together, and to be stressed about nothing, okay? You're here to relax, you're here to stay safe, and you're here to unload whatever burden you have in your lives, and we share it together, okay? So please do not add any extra burdens when you are here on stream. This is not the purpose of me streaming, okay? Okay? I think like yeah, the thing about my streams is I think it is all the intention why I started streaming as well. Like I am just, a soul on the other place on the earth that sometimes wish to be connected as well, but there are a lot of constraints in real life, as I've mentioned before, about my actual social lives, about my very packed schedule as a student, about a lot of stuff, and I just feel like the virtual world or like the virtual connections I find online can provide a connection or a platform for me to kind of share things that I like or to do things that I enjoy and to actually make friends here, and also to practice my speaking as well. I'm not sure. Maybe you're kind of new here, Edward. I'm not sure that I explained to you before, but I was really bad at explaining myself or expressing my feelings before, in two aspects. So the first one is about sharing in general, because I often, since small actually, hide most of my feelings inside me, and Kigai, hello, welcome. And Kyoyu, hello, welcome. Oh, you have onigiri as well? You have onigiri as well? Welcome. Hello, people. Oh god, a lot of you guys today. Hello. What was I talking about again? Yeah, so streaming is kind of a platform for me to practice how should I verbally tidy up what thoughts I have in my brain and to actually share with people, And another thing is about language. Definitely, you always practice or improve your language by speaking more. So that is a thing. I think I have been in the UK for how long now? 2 years approximately. Approaching 3 years, I guess. In Hong Kong, we have to learn English in our primary and secondary school. So all of us have like basic knowledge in communication, but like having a language involved in your daily life conversation is kind of different, So it always helps me when I have more chances to speak more, and I think through streaming it really helps me a lot. ASMR about Thursday, I saw that. ASMR, yeah, the typing thing. You live in YouTube? Exactly Kyoyu. I'm currently streaming on YouTube as well. Make sure to type every single thing, right? So if you want to find my channel, it's Komeini Reality EN. Because if you simply type Komeini, you will find a random Indian guy, and that's not me. Because currently I'm still a very small potato online, So make sure to type every single thing in order to find me. The thing about the ASMR thing is, I think having some kind of white noise when I'm working helps me to focus as well. So that's why I try to set up the mic to capture the sound of my keyboard when I'm typing. Yes, I know Komeini, I saw that before. Yeah, I guess so. Wait, I think I can recognize some of the Japanese characters. Is that something she do? Ko? God, I'm terrible. You know what? I actually tried to learn Japanese before, but I just kind of being so lazy and then gave up in the midway, Because the first thing you have to learn is kind of like you have to recite is that 50 syllables? And then, yeah, I think I have recited like the first 10 or 20 of them, and then I just kind of gave up. And that's messed up. Okay, can you at least we can stick together? That's all here. Forgive us. Why? What do I have to forgive you? No, you did nothing wrong. You did nothing wrong. And I'm really glad, when I'm on life, and you're always here supporting, and that means so much. Okay, okay. And you're not being lazy, okay? You're being a good person. I mean, they don't contradict. I mean, I can be both. I can be good and as well being lazy, you know? Laziness is just like deep down in my bone. And that's just kind of live with me, okay? They're not mutually exclusive. Believe me. I have been spending my entire life fighting with that. Why do you have to forgive me? No, I do not need that. Oh god. What's going on? What's going on? Oh, but yeah, schedule will be kind of packed today as well. It's kind of like my daily routine these days. Later, like after the stream for a while, I will have a family chat because my sister is currently still in Hong Kong. Only my parents are visiting me, so currently my sister is in Hong Kong, and we have our daily like FaceTime stuff, and we have to adjust the time zone, you know. So after the stream, we will have a kind of family call thing, and afterwards I'll have to go back to school because there's like a kind of like this discuss session thingy among our cohort, and because the currently the thesis I've been working on stream is the thing that I have to submit somewhere in mid to late June. So kind of like a midterm progress discussion thingy, and then we can give feedbacks to our classmates and to see are there any new suggestions or ideas or inspirations we have during discussion. So that's the thing that I have to do, and then afterwards I have my regular weekly social thingy for night, like every Friday night. So I'll be coming back home quite late today. Happy Friday. Friday, I don't know. Friday is because like every single one treat Friday as a happy Friday. So all of the social the activities are like all packed in Fridays. So Fridays are so busy. Fridays are so busy, and it is not that happy for like an introvert as I do. You know, Friday means I have to meet a lot of people, and that is tiring. That is so tiring. I'm doing good. Kikai, how are you? Hi you guys. How are you guys? I'm doing good as well. Weather is amazing today. Yeah, there was storm a few days ago, but today the weather is amazing. I went outside like after stream yesterday. So yesterday, like these days, I usually stream for 2 hours and like right after lunch, right? And then yesterday after working on the stream, I went outside to touch some grass. The sun was amazing. The sun was amazing, and currently it's like the spring season, right? And then all the flowers are blooming really prettily, and I just had a half an hour walk, and then I feel alive again, you know. And yesterday, I think maybe I'm like actually happy because I had some really good progress on the stuff that I'm working on. You know, this is the routine of doing a research, is that you always have ideas in your mind, but when you actually deal with the data or the actual work, the results don't always get in line with what you try to hypothesize in the very first stage. And this is the stage where things get very frustrating, you know, and always very depressed because you have really, ambitious goal or very exciting, hypothesis in the beginning that you want to try to work on it, but like in the mid stage things just become very chaotic and not really go in line with what you originally think things should go. And so this is the stage where a lot of uncertainty just happen, and then kind of very unpredictable. So I have spent a few days on it, try and error and more errors and then more trials, and then so yeah. And but yesterday in the midstream, after debugging some of the stuff, like I got a really interesting finding, so it is very good. Um, Currently, I am still studying on that, and there are new problems, of course, following after that. Um, but it is always, having some news, like even it's a bad news, is better than having no news in terms of research. So having some breakthroughs are always worth exciting for. So yeah, and this morning I'm currently I'm continuing working on that, and I think this will be the thing that I mostly spend my weekend on as well. Well, maybe sometime of course like a large proportion will be spending with my family. Um, but otherwise, I think I will still be working in front of my laptop. Anyways, are you exciting about you playing video games every day in the stream, Komeini? I mean, if I have that life in a parallel universe, being a full-time streamer and then playing video games every day, that would be very fun as well. I'm not sure, will is my personality entertaining enough to keep create content or very entertaining reactions when I'm playing games. So I'm not sure will that really be my full-time job, because the difference, if you for example how I stream these days, because streaming is kind of just like a casual hobby stuff for me, so I do not have any pressure to be very entertaining, to be very exciting, to create really enjoyable content when I'm streaming. So I'm kind of more relaxed in that way, and I think it fits my personality as well, kind of, because I'm really I mean, as you've seen a few of my streams, my emotions are not fluctuating that much, and I'm not having, how can I say it in English, I'm not that kind of person that having constant ups and downs and then being super emotional and then being super funny guy and then give very instant responses. So most of the content I do are in a slower pace, maybe. For example, I'm just merging my daily work and stuff into streams, and then maybe having a few chatting with you guys, because these are the stuff I think I'm more enjoying in doing, and also maybe have a higher competitive edge relative to other streamers. So I think most of my streams currently are working on these ways. I mean, I myself, I enjoy playing games as well, but if you have to think further about that, playing games on stream is a different story, because now you're not playing the game alone. You are experiencing the game basically with all your viewers together. So, for example, I do play, mobile game. If you know about that, it's basically like a 5 versus 5, and then you have a lane, and then you push all the minions, and then try to push the towers. If you know what I'm saying, kind of like a LOL, but in a mobile version. So I do play those kind of games as well, and I play rank a lot, and I think I play pretty well. Currently, I think I have reached is that master level already, or somewhere around there. So basically the highest one. But if you think further about that, if I'm playing, basically I don't speak, right? I'm just enjoying myself, and then trying very hard to win, and that are not the content I think very suitable for streaming. I mean, they are very professional gamer in that sense. You'll be enjoying the stream of them playing those kind of games because they are playing really well. But I'm kind of in the mid, so if I'm not providing content in terms of very professional playing, nor I'm providing very entertaining content when I'm playing along, even I'm a mid player, but I give really funny stuff when I'm playing. So I don't think it's a wise choice if I'm not hitting the other side, like either of the side. So that's just my current thought about playing. So I did try something about like games, but in like again slower pace. So it also gave me like a buffer for reaction time as well. I still remember there was like one of the previous streams I played like I think a horror game. It's like the Little Nightmare or something. I think the thought is still there, but like I play very terribly. I mean, in that sense, I'm really like providing funny content, so that was fun as well. I remember that game was like because I'm still using my old laptop back in that stream, so it was super laggy. That is one issue, and another thing is like I was very scared, you know. I was very scared in a sense that I don't even know what my mission was in the game. I was just like running here and there, and I have no idea what I actually have to do. And then I was stuck, I think, in like one of the stage like for half an hour. But basically, I just had to walk past it, and that should be done. So I think I still haven't finished the game. Like it was supposed to be finished like within 2 to 3 hours, I guess. But I have spent 2 streams on that. In total, I guess like 4 to 5 hours already. But yeah, I still haven't finished the game. Maybe somewhere in the future. I think after my parents have left. But we have a lot of time during the summer, so that should be fine. Maybe I'll pick up the game again to finish it. My parents will be staying around for 2 more weeks, I guess. Yeah, they will be leaving at around, I forgot, is that 17 or 18 or 19, but somewhere there. Yeah. So I think the coming 2 weeks the schedule will be kind of similar as the previous week, so I might be appearing but like muted somewhere, and then yeah. Like in the meantime, because like as I said, I have to submit my thesis proposal thingy in mid-June as well. Oh, I nearly forgot. There's also one more thing I have to do. I have to do markings. That is terrible. That is terrible that I nearly forgot that. Yeah, I do have to mark. Because like June, you know, June is the exam season, and a lot of undergrads have taken their exam like during these weeks. And the course that I'm responsible to mark the scripts, the students just took their exam like I think 3 days ago. So usually the process here, like at the school, will be after the students have finished taking the exam, and then all the scripts will be gathered and then allocated to different markers. So they'll be sorted into different questions and then tidy up together and then allocate to different markers. So for this exam, I think I'm responsible for marking 2 of the questions. So for per question, there will be over 100 scripts, 118 scripts. And then I have like a deadline, and usually it's like within 2 weeks I have to finish marking them. So yeah, that is very bad. I literally forget the whole thing. So I actually received an email yesterday that I have to collect the scripts somewhere among these days, and then I have to start marking them, and then I have to hand it back the scripts within 2 weeks. So this is the other thing I have to do. Yeah, so usually because these are like really confidential information thing, and exam scripts are like very, very important, because if you lose them, basically that will be, you know, the exam script will be related to the score of the students and also the grades and whatever passing and fail. So it's like it was super important. So usually I have to get back to school to mark it and then save the scripts very safely in one of the rooms, and then I have to, like, I really can't bring the scripts with me anywhere. So usually I technically I can bring them home to mark them, but I just don't want to risk anything. So usually I'll get back to school and mark them and then get back home. So maybe yeah, the following week I might have to consider when will be the time that I'll be going to school to mark the scripts. But I remember, yeah, I had the marking last summer as well. Usually the initial stage is the hardest because you kind of have to read the answer script provided by the professor first, right? And then you kind of, I mean, maybe it's just like a personal thing, but I feel like I tend to be more generous. I mean, if the answers are somewhat related to the script, usually I tend to give marks. But like if they're like totally unrelated, I mean I can't do anything. But like if I do see the effort, and then I kind of, you know, give like a loose, like how can I say in English, like I try to give, you know, a more generous margin in that. So but that is creating higher workload for me, because now I don't just tick when it matches the answer and then just cross it out and giving 0 credit if it doesn't. But now I have to think for a second step, you know, of how to give credits or how to give partial credits. So that requires another stage in your brain to actually think about that. But yeah, I remember last week I was like spending basically the entire 2 weeks like marking on them. And there's another funny thing about marking is there are 2 types of scripts. So one of them is like simply like math scripts. So it's like either it's correct or either it's incorrect. You might have some steps, credits, but basically that's all. But I think the toughest one I've marked so far is about essay questions. Oh god, that is disaster, because like the answer script, you're usually like the marking scheme you received usually just listed the points that you may consider giving credits, you know, but it really depends on the actual answer, and you have to read the whole thing, all the scribbles like created by the students, and then you have to try to understand their logic and then try to match the points. They might not, you know, necessarily in the order as the marking scheme, and then you have to match like this point relating to that point in the marking scheme, and then try to be more generous to give credit. And that is absolutely nightmare. And then I remember signing up, because like usually a few months before summer we have a chance to actually sign up for the marking role, because we will receive salary on this as well, and then kind of like extra pocket money for me. So we have to sign up, and then we have the option to fill in our preference to see like what kind of scripts do we want to mark. And after having that experience, you know, marking essays, and then when I fill in the form this year, I just mark, like I just noted in my preference, and I like, no more essay questions, thank you. It was just like nightmare. It was just a nightmare. Hey Komeini, what's your favorite food and drinks? First of all, I don't really care. I don't know, I'm just weird, but I don't really care about eating. I don't know, my preference might be really weird, but I like bread, I like rice, I like things in their raw, you know, the basic form. Yeah. For example, like if you're giving me a loaf of like white bread or a loaf of like wholemeal bread, I prefer the wholemeal one. I don't know, I like the taste of like grains and those kind of things. weird, right? Well, let me think properly. What else do I like to eat? I don't know. I don't know. I like rice. You like me? Joking. Sorry. Marking essays is really difficult, especially when the responder writes scribbles. Exactly. That is nightmare. Because like you have really limited time. You know, you have like extreme time constraint during the exam. And then I still remember, I can't really blame the student, you know, because when I was a student, I mean, I'm still am, but like when I was the student taking the exam, I will still, like, I write, I think, even messier. And the thing is, like, not only the text that I write are like all linked together and in like cursive letters, but also because my brain just doesn't work normally. I mean, comparing to like normal people, I just have ideas here and there, you know? And then often when I'm like writing an essay and suddenly my brain is like popping up new points that I want to add, or like some points I remember revising in some pages in the notes that I think somewhat might be related to gain extra credits, you know? And then I will be like writing at the lines below what I'm currently writing, and then I'll be like circling the whole part and then pointing arrows here and there, and then adding extra content here and there. And then, but that is like absolute nightmare for the marker, you know, because like now I have to follow the student's order of like, okay, first read this paragraph and then read the next one, and then okay, flip the page now, and then this third paragraph is like adding in somewhere between the first and two, like the first and second paragraph, and then okay, read, like continue reading, okay, and then 2 pages later something is like adding back here again, and then that is chaotic. But like now as I'm the marker, you know, because I have exactly experienced these, like all these when I was still a student, I just can't ignore all the added parts, you know, like even how messy the script is. I still feel like, you know, I see the struggle, I see the effort in the script, you know, I see they did study, and I want to give credit, but like that just gives me headache. I basically have to spend like maybe 15 to 20 minutes per script, but then you think about, I have like over 100 scripts that I have to mark, and that's just chaotic. So I'm glad that I didn't sign up for any essay questions this year, so it was my only experience that time. I'm very happy for you, Komeini. Thank you, Edward. Speaking of food, I did have a full British breakfast before, and I was like, how can you eat all of these? That's my same feel as well. Like, I genuinely have no idea. You usually, you know, you have like 3 to 4 slices of bread, and then you have like the beans. I think nearly half a can of beans in there. And then what else? You have like those sausages. Usually you have two of them, and they're like huge. And you have black pudding as well. And then again 2 to 3 slices. And then you have tomatoes. What else? You have bacons. You have eggs. You have mushrooms. Yeah, like I remember one of the Sundays, because I go to church every Sunday, and then usually after the church we will have like a lunch thing with all our friends there. I remember one of the Sunday, you know, we just went to oh, what is that again? Oh yeah, the Weatherspoon, the very, you know, common kind of cafe thing in the UK, and then we just went there, and then we had like, it's the very first time I ordered a full English breakfast on my own. And then I was just so full, and I feel so sleepy right after eating. And I think that evening just disappeared. I think after having that brunch, I just like went home. I think because of all the carbs, and I don't usually eat that much, and I don't usually eat very, you know, oily or like fried food. I just eat, you know, grains and I was always teased by my flatmates, but basically I just eat the, the very, very raw state of food. Usually, like, they call me a rabbit because I just I just grab a bag of like celery and also some carrots, and then after washing them, I just consume them in their raw state. I just genuinely do not mind. I feel good. But whatever, get back to the breakfast thing. So after that day, having that full breakfast, after getting home, I just don't feel like I can function anymore. I think all the carbs are like rushing to my brain. I think they raise my blood sugar and whatever as well, and I just feel absolutely sleepy, and then my whole evening was gone. Entirely gone. I think I slept until I take a very, very long nap until somewhere in the evening, and then I finally wake up again. I helped my sister marking 6th grade students. Man, I was thinking what they thinking about. It's absolutely nonsense until I laugh when I'm reading it. Exactly. but like when I was marking, I will reflect. When I was smaller, I was one of them as well. I think this is how we grow, because like when we were at that age, we are actually like, those kind of nonsense are the best that we can produce. Those kind of nonsense are the stuff that we struggle very hard to learn or to memorize, and we thought they are the best. So that's why we work on that. Like we put that on the exam script. And I know I just admire, how all of us evolve and we learn as we grow up. So when we mark, primary kids script, and when we mark like secondary school kids script, and then we mark like university kids script, we can just all see like the difference and also the improvement in them. I'm always amazed by how people, or how human in general, can learn very fast. Unless you're a hardcore construction laborer, the breakfast calorie count is too much. Yeah. I think that my daily calorie consumption is around, I don't know, 1,200 or to 400, and I feel like absolutely full already. Yeah. Well, but yeah, I sometimes do exercise, but like as you can see, I mostly just sit in my office or like at my dorm in front of my laptop and to work on stuff and all my studies. So I don't really have that requirement of very high physical activities. New Koh-mæ-nee is actually a rabbit. Yeah. But yeah, this is the thing my flatmate called me. I have no idea why, but I don't know, maybe it makes sense. I mean, to them it shocked them, like the first time they see me chew on a raw carrot. I just don't want to cook, I just find it very convenient, and I actually like the taste. Yeah, now all of you guys know about that. I agree, Komeini needs a rabbit VTuber model now. The thing about model, that's another story. So the thing about the 2D model I'm currently having, because I base my model from the app called Reality. So let me try to think about how can I explain it in a better way. A lazy rabbit. Yeah, I mean you're correct. I can't deny it. Ayo, welcome. Wait, did you change your name or something? Hiatus, welcome. Didn't change your name? Because I think I know you, but I can't recognize your profile pic nor your ID. Who are you? Tell me. Yeah, the thing about reality model is that because it is a company eventually, so most of the stuff um, requires getting gachas, or you have to, basically it's a draw. You can't really guarantee what you can get, and the currency in the app is like so high. So if you want to change something, basically, um, you really have to pay money on that. So I'm glad that I started using the app when the currency is not that high. So I get most of my items back then, and so you see all the decorations or outfits I sometimes change across streams are basically the items I got previously. So the thing about the model is I actually do have plan, like if our channel grow bigger in time, and then if I really want to pay some effort to to expand the channel, or to, I don't know, maybe to work on something bigger, eventually I can't rely my model simply on the app itself. So I do have to maybe outsource someone to design the model, maybe buy the live 2D, and then maybe really to do some rendering by myself. So but that is something I don't think I'll be doing in short period. A few factors. First of that is it really requires a lot of cost, be it time, money, or energy, which is the thing that I'm not sure is it worth it right now, because my channel is still like kind of small. So I think I will have to think a little bit about that, like is it a good timing to expand a lot of stuff at this stage. I mean, if the channel is like continuing to grow in future, definitely I think I do have to invest a little bit more, because now I am responsible for a larger group of viewers as well, in that sense. And the second thing is I have to consider if my laptop can handle that, because currently I'm using the reality model. The thing is I basically just have to project my tablet screen to my OBS studio, and that's all. So I do not need another program on my laptop to be running in the background when my model is actually moving. So oh, hello Chant, welcome. Finally, yeah, a long time. Where have you been? Busy with your study? Yeah, so the thing is, if I am having my own model somewhere, and then I might have to launch another program while I'm streaming, and that require larger memory as well, if you know what I'm meaning. And the final bit is, if I am not using the app itself as my character, I basically cannot just change my outfit or all the accessories like very freely, because if I find some artist to actually design the figure for me, and it will be like you have to pay per design, and then it's not just like pasting a sticker or like changing outfits in a very simple way, because you see all the movements I have with my avatar, and then that require a lot of extra rigging for each outfit, because all the movements will be kind of different, because as you can see, like for example the earring stuff, the XYZ like vector thing will be kind of different as you move, so that will be a lot of extra stuff I have to do if I want to have different outfits. So that's still the thing I'm thinking about, like in long term, if I really want to outsource the avatar to somewhere else. So yeah. What PC do you have? Currently I'm still using Lenovo, because I think I'm kind of stuck in this brand. The previous one is like accompanying me for 7 years, and I think it's working really well, so I kind of just stick to the brand. You will have to pay exactly. That's the smart thing to do. Do not spend a ton of money unless you really think it's worth it or need it. Exactly, that's what I think as well. So I think like currently, because I think I have the privilege of being a small channel, so kind of I don't have to really force myself or like push myself to the very, very perfect stage of the content I create. I think at this stage I can still like just simply enjoy every stream and be chaotic, and I don't really have to be so stressed of some issues might happen. I mean, of course they are not very ideal if some issues or like suddenly my model disappear or like my stream breaking like the last time. Of course these issues are not very ideal, but like it is still acceptable as long as my channel is like not enormous, because imagine like having 1,000 of people seeing your live and then suddenly some chaos just happened. That would be very bad. But like comparing to now, we're just like enjoying our time together, and I think it is still fine with if there's some imperfections happening here and there. So yes, and there are PNG tubers. Yeah, I see it online. I think most of them are like digital artists. I think I've encountered like a few of them, like basically just pasting like a PNG and then they are like drawing along. I do love like a moving avatar though, because like for example, and then you'll be noticing like kind of like my facial expression as well. And you can play indie game. Yeah, like because I have changed my laptop and I'm able to explore more stuff to do on stream. I changed my name again. Who are you? Who are you? Wait, at least tell me some hints that I can relate to the person I knew previously, okay? I just want to feel how to be a different person. Very relatable. I think like streaming kind of give me the chance to do this as well. Sometimes living in a very normal, can I use the word normal, or like just your daily real life thing, the life is sometimes kind of boring and might be fulfilled with a lot of constraints, that sometimes there are stuff that you want to do, but there isn't really a very safe space for you to do so. So this is the one thing I like about virtual world, maybe, is that it's not that you disguise that part of you, but like you're just like being more comfortable, to review that part and to kind of change your persona as well. Yeah. Well, gotta go. My mom wants to take my phone. It's great to see you, sis. Hey! Are you? No, I better not to guess, but thank you very much for joining me. And please have a very lovely remaining day, okay? Take good care. And I'll miss you. Bye. Bye-bye. Yeah, what was I saying again? Yeah, about the life. Yeah, I think since when? Since secondary school maybe. So it has been really a while that I figure out it's not really I have like two person in me, like those kind of like disease, but like I do feel like there are some different kind of personalities in me. So in one sense, I do have like I do have to be very professional, I do have to work on actual stuff. I do have big goals in terms of studying. I do have a lot of stuff that I want to achieve in real life. But still, can you join a mission on reality like a Batman? Oh wait, You mean joining a mission on reality? Oh wait, yeah, that's the thing I always forgot about, because nowadays I only, stream. I mean, streaming on reality as well, like once per week, because otherwise I usually just stay in YouTube. So this is the thing I always I always forget about, joining missions. I will do it after stream, okay? Because currently my screen is projecting and I can't really move stuff. Yeah, what was I saying again? Yeah, I do figure out, like, but there are stuff that I like to do, but I just kind of don't want to reveal to a certain part of people in my life. So there are stuff, I don't know how can I visually explain this dilemma in me, like, very clearly. So there are multiple habits or interests inside me, but some of them I prefer to like hide it from a certain group of people in real life, and I find it more comfortable doing that way. But also I have the need to kind of express them as well, or I kind of have the need to find some space to explore these kind of interests as well. Family, yeah, family is one of them. So again, I have very good parents, and I have a very good family. But the thing is, something you can't just like tell your parents. It's not that they are like very bad thing or illegal thing that you have to hide from your parents. It's totally not about that. But like, there are some things you just feel like if you tell them, they might feel worried, or they might have other thoughts on that, and then that just kind of slow down your exploration, or sometimes you might not feel brave again to explore if like after telling your parents and they express some kind of concerns. And I prefer to explore myself. Too traditional, I guess, maybe. Traditional, I think, is like yeah, I do think there's like one of the core reasons. So for example, streaming as well. It's not that about streaming I don't want to tell my parents, but like I feel like I can be more freely active in online if my parents do not know Komeini is me, Because like if I tell my parents that I am making friends online, and then they'll be like saying, okay, is that safe, to talk online, and then stuff, is this really, kind of like exposing a voice, kind of, because it's like not a very traditional parents would think is a good thing to do. I don't know how to say it, like, but you kind of get the sense. But they're like, streaming I think is only part of it. But again, I remember telling you guys about, like, I didn't really tell my real life friends, like any of my real life friends, about streaming as well, because I just want to leave this space as a space that I can truly be myself. Because when I'm like in front of my real life friends, I kind of have to maintain the image or the person I am so far in front of them, and sometimes it's kinda tiring. I'm not sure did I talk about this previously, but I always have very high standard in myself. I think since very small I have very high expectations on myself, and also I have very high requirements on myself as well, about how I speak, how I act, how I respond to people, how I perform as the real person as I am in the actual world. So like I kind of like, maybe I value the reputation kind of important as well. So that kind of gives me a lot of unnecessary constraints. But that just like deep rooted in my bones already. I can't just tell myself to feel relaxed when I'm actually interacting with real people in life. So it's kind of like whenever I encounter a person, be it friends or family in real life, that version of me just, show up. I just kind of instantly turn into a person that has to be very kind, friendly, or like very like happy, energetic, maybe giving positive vibes, or being professional, being smart, like pulling myself together. Like all of these things just like naturally appear in my mind whenever I have to interact with people. And sometimes I do feel tired, but it's not that if I feel tired I can simply stop it. It's something unstoppable, because I'm not sure is that a healthy way to think about this, but like I just cannot accept the fact that I am not that good, in terms of real life. I just kind of cannot accept the fact that I don't perform really good, or I might disappoint others. If this potential thoughts happen in my mind, I will be so stressed, and I can't really accept that. So whenever I think this is like one of the reasons why I mentioned previously that I am always so stressed when I have to talk to real people, because I just uncontrollably but have to show the best side of myself. But of course we are all humans and we have like flaws, right? But I just I can't accept the fact that the flaws will be revealed to people, and I'll feel so insecure. You're amazing, Hugs. Thank you, Chan. Thank you. You too. You too. So yeah, I think this is like one of the reasons why I feel much safer to stream as Komeini and to only reveal this part to you guys, because this world that we have is kind of very separated to the real life that I have, and I don't feel any stress that I have to be the same person as I am, the same like quote unquote perfect person that I am in real life. And I don't have to really squeeze like a laughter or smile whenever I talk with you guys, because I'm like behind of my avatar. And when I'm like thinking, as you can see, like sometimes I just look around, because this is how I think and I talk. So I don't really feel stressed that we have to have eye contact when we are talking. And then I don't really have the stress that I have to be not chaotic at all. And I don't feel stressed that I have to be imperfect, or make really weird, strange voices and just mess around. And yeah, so you guys are always making me feel absolutely safe. And that's why this is a really, really sacred place for me. And I don't really, want to share this kind of space to any of my real life friend. So I think this is like one of the reasons I kind of want to separate the two lives I have. I'm not sure if I'm explaining it clear, but I think this is like maybe the core reason why I created a channel, or why I like, despite how how irregular? No. What is the term? Like how even I'm not like the standard, VTuber for content creation, but I still do it, like keep doing it, because this is something I cherish very much. So it will not be traced back. I understand kind of from where is the name. Traced back, I mean, there might be potential. I mean, I did not use any voice changer, maybe. So if there are some people accidentally, seeing my stream and recognize the voice, and then maybe are able to link to my real person, I do not intentionally hide it or change my voice, because that is not what I planned to do. I'm not very insecure in that. I'm just saying, at least for now, I feel absolutely safe here. So if that day happen, I'll just let it happen, because Komeini is not like the opposite version of me, because so I don't really have the need to actually hide it. It's just like, I think, a subset of what I am. So if someone find it, just let it be. Thank you for sharing this part of you. Thank you so much for listening. Yeah, I am terrible in explaining these stuff, because these are always, just pieces happening in my head here and there, and I never actually really, organize them in a proper way. And sometimes, it helps me to figure out what I actually think as well when I stream, and when I have to tidy my thoughts. I think by speaking them out, sometimes we learn ourselves better as well. I think it's the same logic, like we learn better, or we do our revision better when we actually teach our friends. Because like when you verbally have to, kind of force the language to speak out of your tongue, your brain has to process this stuff first, and then you have to process it in language, and then you have to speak them out in a more organized way. So you kind of like force yourself to understand yourself as well. When will you be in Victoria Station? I do plan to go to London with my parents somewhere next week, so I might be there, but we haven't planned anything yet, because the weather is terrible. The weather is very unstable. So in the previous week, I think there are like 2 strikes, underground strikes, right? In London. So in the previous week we didn't go eventually, but I think it will be happening. It will be happening somewhere, I guess, next week. Because like my parents, like my dad, it's like the first time for him to come to the UK, and I think coming to the UK, definitely we have to visit London somewhere. Boiling, yeah. The architecture of UK houses is like, it's very, very good in trapping heat. So I feel absolutely comfortable when it's like during the winter time, because it's like freezing outside, but whenever I get inside my dorm, I just feel very cozy and warm. But like in summer, oh my god, it's terrible. It's terrible. I'm like just constantly having a pack of like ice cube in my freezer to make myself iced coffee during that day. It was designed for winter. It's global warming. Yeah. I think it's not only about the UK thing being burning. So the temperature is like rising in a global sense. It's only about the UK houses is like absolutely amazing in trapping the heat. Actually in Hong Kong as well, like before my parents arrived in the UK, they told me as well, like the weather, like the temperature is like terrible in Hong Kong as well. I think it's definitely a global issue. So everywhere is like being hotter and hotter and hotter. I think some of the places in Hong Kong, it's like over 40 degrees Celsius as well. It's like literally burning. But it's like a vicious cycle, right? Because for those places who have aircon, if you feel very hot, you will turn up the aircon, and then you will like constantly turning it on, and then it will produce more, you know, air pollution and stuff, and then it will be the air pollution will be more severe, and then global warming will be more severe the next year, and then you'll turn on the aircon even more, and then there'll be more pollution. So it's like, it's just like forever. It's just like forever. I'm kind of glad that when I was small, my parents barely turn on the aircon. I think this is one of the things my dad always flags about. It's like our electricity bill is always like the lowest among all Hong Kong households. So we even receive vouchers from like the electricity company and stuff, like to encourage us actually use more. But like, we barely turn on the aircon, so mostly even if it's like extremely hot, we usually just turn on our electric fans, and then and then drink ice water, whatever. We barely turn on like aircon. I think like throughout the whole year, maybe we turn on within 5 times. Yeah, so it makes me, you know, more heat endurance as well as I grow up. And now we need to install AC everywhere. I barely see AC in the UK. I think I only see them at school. So now, you know what, like most of my friends, like when it's like summertime, they just go back to school. They say like, okay, we pay the tuition fee for the aircon, and now we have to enjoy it. Yeah, whenever I see my flatmates in the kitchen and then they are like packing lunches, and then I was saying like, what, do you have to go to school today? And then they're saying like, no, we don't actually have lessons, but like we plan to study in the library because there's aircon. I'm fine actually. I think there are like 1 to 2 days last week, it was like really burning hot. It's not like the temperature itself, but like because I'm staying in my room and then all the heat is just trapped in, and then kind of like I feel headache and I can't really think and work. That is the part that makes me very annoyed. But otherwise, in terms of temperature, I think I'm fine. Yeah. So today the weather is actually this week, I think it's because of the rain and maybe because of the storm. It's like constantly raining like this week. So the temperature goes down a little bit, and yeah, I have to pick up my sweater again. So yeah, now I'm like wearing a long sleeve like sweatshirt thing. Yeah. Why you don't visit London a lot? Because I currently don't live in London, and if I have to go to London, it takes me hours for transportation. But I did go to London, I guess 2 weeks ago. Is that something? When I visited the Furren concert in the O2 Arena, is that the place I remember correctly? So I went there before. Like 2 weeks ago, I guess. Oh, concert. Yeah. I will be visiting London again on October, because I have just bought the ticket for the Attack of Titan concert, which happens in the Royal Albert Hall the coming October. Very exciting, very exciting. I thought you lived near it. No, I did my master for 1 year in London, so that year I was living in London. But after that, because now I'm doing my PhD and I'm no longer living in London. I still have how many years? I still have 4 years that I have to stay here. But I guess I kind of feel UK more like a home now. You know, like feeling a place as a home is not only about how you get used to the place. Like you know how to do grocery shopping, or like how you know where to take a bus, or like you're more get used to the weather. It's not about these like very technical thing. I mean, in that sense, I'm like getting more used to it as well. Like for example, like I'm more getting more used to the very chaotic weather as well. But it's more like, you know, do are you able to build a social circle there, or like are you able to get used to the culture, having like very small talk with people whenever you meet them on the streets, or like you feel like you really belong to that place, and that place is like you feel very comfortable to stay for years. And I think I'm approaching to that state that I feel more and more comfortable as I stay here. So, but it does take me years. I think the previous 2 years I was here, 3 years actually. I've been here for 3 years already. Yeah, the previous 3 years, I still feel quite like a foreigner here. Whenever people are speaking really fast, and my brain has to process a little bit about the language or about the context, and then I have to process again, how do I respond, you know. But now I feel like I can respond very naturally, and I do feel like I'm less like a foreigner now. Of course, like the hair color, the skin type, the stuff, our mother tongue, a lot of culture difference still exist, you know. But I think gradually feel more and more comfortable as kind of quote unquote a local here. So I'm really grateful for that. Yeah. Oh wait, how long have we been streaming already? Oh my god, I'm just a yapper. I can basically speak forever and non-stop. So as I have said earlier, a few remarks before we end this today. Is that function working on reality chant? But yeah, we have been streaming for an hour and a half already. Yeah, so the few things to recap. So first of all, thank you so much, people, for accepting this version of Komeini and making me feel absolutely safe whenever I am with you guys, and that means so much to me. And second of all, my parents will still be around for the coming 2 weeks, so I think the schedule we will have will be approximately similar. Mostly we'll be doing like work stream or study stream, because when they're around I can't really speak, and also I have like my thesis have to submit somewhere, yeah, mostly I might be working on the stream. And what else, but I still, you know, I will try to insist leave me alone for 2 hours, and then like getting them out of my dorm so I can chat with you guys at least once a week. That is something that I insist. Oh wait, Mr. Firefly! Oh god, hi! You are entering when I'm about to end. Yes, because I'm streaming on YouTube and I have to stand in front of a green screen. That's the only thing I know how to do. Forgive me, okay? Okay. Okay, where was I again? Yeah, so the following week will be kind of similar. I just realized just now in the mid of the stream that I have loads of markings to do in the coming 2 weeks as well. So I will try to figure that out, and I will update the weekly schedule again, as our usual practice. So what else? What else am I missing? I wish to meet you. I know you're shy, but if you wish, if you could be nice, enjoy with them. As I said, like I kinda want to, separate the real and virtual lives of mine. I think it's more, comfortable for me as well. Blah blah blah. But yeah, we can always chat here. Hearing you yap is quite enjoyable. It's kind of cute. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Wait, can I have emotes here? Thank you. This is one thing I like about reality, that I can have like different emotes. I love your model, so beautiful. Thank you. Can I enlarge it a little bit? Hang on. Thank you very much. Thank you. I like my model as well. I think it kind of, I don't know. Again, because of loads of the stuff I just got from Gacha, I didn't really, design it. But the pieces, for example, my lens, my ears, horns, stuff, just gathered, bit by bit, and then they just came up so well, and I think it kind of matches me very well as well. So yeah, I really like this model. As I said, like in future, if there are like chances I will be creating my own model, I think I will be following most of the stuff that I am currently using, because it's no longer just a model to me. It consists of all the memories I have while streaming, and also all the conversation interactions we have during stream. So I kind of want to preserve, all of them when there is actually a chance in future that I will be creating a model. You're welcome. Thank you. I have to go now, but I have a surprise for you. Brand new song for you. Okay, I'll see you later. You wrote me a song. Oh God, Edward. Oh God, thank you. Thank you so much. Looking forward to that. I will be posting somewhere, like where can I listen to it? And yes, people, I think we are approaching to an end as well. Today will be kind of busy. As I said, I actually have to get back to school somewhere at 4 for the discussion on my thesis, and then I have a social this evening. Yes, Komeini has to get back to real life again and have to interact with people. But before that, thank you so much for making Komeini alive again. And before I have to face the real world again, it's always recharging for me to be myself again on stream. So thank you so much, people. So looking forward to next week. I will be updating the schedule beforehand. I think somewhere on Sunday or Monday. Sunday, hopefully, when I figure out how can I balance, working, marking, meetings, and my parents, and I have to cook for them, and loads of stuff. And then I will plan the schedule. Planning a schedule is really healthy for me as well, These days, my life are very organized, and I feel like I have been doing much more than before. So this is actually very good. So, I'll see you all next week. Thank you very much for staying with me today. I appreciate it a lot, and I enjoy it a lot. I hope you enjoy it as well, and please take good care of yourself. The weather is getting hot and cold, so please don't be sick. Sleep very well, rest very well, and drink more water. Stay very healthy and happy. Don't make me worry by the time I meet you again, okay? And I'll see you all next stream, which I have no idea when will it be, but somewhere next week, okay? And bye!
Bye. Love you all. Love you so much. Bye bye. Bye bye.